Hello everyone. In this video we are going to take a look at the 8 changes of the mandible. You see, in the adult mandible, the ramus and the body are both substantial, and the ramus is more or less upright, and the angle of the mandible between the lower border of the body and the ramus and the posterior border of the ramus is around 110-115 degrees. So it is slightly more than a right angle, and the coronoid process and the condylar process are almost at the same level, and the mental foramen is, as you can see, midway between the upper margin and the lower margin of the body. But in the child, the coronoid process is much higher than the condylar process. The angle of the mandible is much more oblique, around 140 degrees, and it remains so throughout childhood, and only in adulthood just the angle decrease from around 140 degrees to around 110 to 115 degrees. So with the continuous upright and posterior growth of the ramus, the mandible from a more oblique position in adulthood assumes a more upright position. Again, in infancy, because the alveolar margin are full of the germs of the deciduous teeth and the germs of most of the permanent teeth, so the alveolar process is much more substantial than the rest of the body of the mandible. So much so that the mental foramen is closer to the lower border of the body, whereas in the adult it is midway between the upper and lower borders. Again, when a person approaches old age, the coronoid process again becomes slightly higher, and the mandible becomes more oblique, such that the angle of the mandible reaches almost 140 degrees, just like you have in a child. But the other problem is that with the falling off of the teeth and the mandible becoming gradually edentulous and the alveolar process gradually being absorbed, the mental foramen gradually shifts closer to the upper border of the body of the mandible. So these are more or less the 8 changes of the mandible. Now if you look at ossification of the mandible is the second bone to ossify in the body, and it ossifies partly in membrane and partly from cartilage. The overwhelming structural framework of the developing mandible is the Meckel's cartilage, which is the cartilage of the first arch. And this Meckel's cartilage has a cartilaginous part and it has a membranous sheath. Now, part of the mandible ossifies in membrane. Which part? The part of the mandible roughly from the mandibular foramen to the mental foramen. This is the portion which has a membranous ossification from the sheath of the Meckel's cartilage, the intervening cartilage having disappeared. So from the sheath of the Meckel's cartilage you have membranous ossification of a major part of the body of the mandible and almost half of the ramus of the mandible. Now this ossification is from a center which starts close to the mental foramen round about 6 weeks of intrauterine life. Now this is followed by subsidiary centers close to the midline at around the 10th week and over the ramus above the mandibular foramen. So you have smaller ossification centers, clusters coming close to the midline and over the ramus, and these subsidiary ossification centers, these are actually meant for cartilaginous ossifications. So you have small ossicles developing from a number of centers of ossification developing here, and you have a cartilaginous ossification of the upper part of the ramus of the mandible, and from the ossification center around the mental foramen you have growth backwards as well as forwards, and from the ossification of the ramus you have the formation of both the condylar process and the coronoid process. Now the two halves of the mandible start ossifying independently, round about the same time, and between them you can have a small joint or a small suture over here, which is called the symphysis mentae. It is the point or the line of union of the ossification fronts from the two halves of the mandible, and this symphysis mentae can persist through the entire first or second year of life of an individual. That is more or less all that you need to know about the mandible. Thank you.